Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in USA Gossip 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
It's almost like he never left. Country star Blake Shelton, who was part of the original coach lineup of The Voice and stayed for over 20 seasons, may have retired from the red chairs, but he will always be part of the show's DNA. And the wonderful performance from the first night of the season 28 battles just proved it. As the episode drew to a close, Team Bublé artists Austin Gilbert and Rob Cole rehearsed and duetted Honey Bee, a song from Shelton's 2011 album Red River Blue. "Blake would be happy to hear you do your version of Blake's song," Coach Michael Bublé advised the singers, encouraging them to bend it to their will. Their battle advisor, country singer and season 27 coach Kelsey Ballerini, completely agreed, telling the two, "Whatever changes you make to it, you just have to be 100% committed." The Shelton of it all definitely came through in the performance. After they sang, Coach Snoop Dogg, who sits in the red chair Shelton previously occupied, told Rob and Austin, "I felt the spirit of Blake Shelton when you all was singing that. Something in his seat moved my legs." Just getting to the battle rounds is a huge accomplishment for any singer, but it was especially emotional for these two. Just a few seasons ago, Rob Cole received 0 chair turns, but he told himself, no does not mean never. It was all the more gratifying, then, when Bublé declared him the winner of his battle. Meanwhile, Austin Gilbert performed in front of his pregnant fiancée, aching to make her proud, and when Reba McEntire pressed her button to steal him, he literally fell to his knees in gratitude. "Austin, your enthusiasm, your big heart, your gorgeous voice, you're a cowboy. I'm so thrilled you're now a part of Team Reba," she told him. Honeybee is one thing, but will we ever get the real Blake Shelton back as a full-time coach for the next generation of artists? Here's what he said last time he addressed the question. Talking to E! News in April 2024, Shelton looked back fondly on his voice journey, saying, "I did 23 seasons of the show and I enjoyed it. And by the time I got to that last season, it was time." He's been spending more time enjoying Oklahoma farm life with his wife Gwen Stefani and, of course, making music. "I needed to get back to what my day job was anyway," he added, "which is, being a country singer. And it's not like he's not around. I don't mean to sound like I'm not a part of the family anymore," the singer said. "It was the most important years of my life where I was a coach on The Voice. But as far as the job goes, I don't think I'm ever ready to do that again as I sit here now." Catch new episodes of The Voice Season 28 every Monday and Tuesday at 8/7C, only on NBC, and streaming the next day on Peacock. The lights dimmed inside the iconic studio of The Voice, and for a brief moment, everything felt different. The energy that usually pulsed through the room, electric, competitive, and loud, shifted into something softer, almost nostalgic. It wasn't just another episode ending. It was a moment that would leave fans talking long after the credits rolled. And at the center of it all was a man who wasn't even supposed to be there, Blake Shelton. For years, Blake Shelton had been one of the beating hearts of The Voice. His humor, charm, and undeniable chemistry with fellow coaches had defined the show's identity. Whether he was trading playful jabs with Adam Levine or offering heartfelt advice to contestants, Shelton brought something uniquely authentic. So when he stepped away from his red chair, fans wondered if the show would ever feel the same again. Tonight's episode proved that even in absence, his presence still mattered. A night full of tension. The episode had been building toward an intense finale. Contestants gave it everything they had, delivering performances that ranged from powerful ballads to high-energy anthems. Coaches offered critiques, encouragement, and the occasional tough love. The stakes were high, and everyone in the room could feel it. Among the current coaches, John Legend appeared especially moved by the performances. Known for his emotional connection to music, Legend was visibly shaken after one contestant delivered a deeply personal song. Meanwhile, Gwen Stefani, who shares a personal and professional bond with Shelton, seemed reflective throughout the night, as if something bigger was on her mind. What no one expected was how the episode would end. The unexpected twist. As the final performance concluded and the audience prepared for the usual closing remarks, something unusual happened. The screen flickered, and instead of the typical recap montage, a pre-recorded video began to play. There he was, Blake Shelton. The audience erupted instantly. Even the coaches looked stunned, some laughing, others shaking their heads in disbelief. Shelton, sitting comfortably with his signature grin, began speaking directly to the contestants. "You all thought you could finish a night like this without me saying something?" he joked. The tone was classic Blake, lighthearted yet sincere. But as he continued, it became clear this was more than just a cameo. It was a carefully planned moment designed to bring something extra to the episode's conclusion. A message that hit home. Shelton's message wasn't about winning or losing. Instead, he focused on the journey. He spoke about the nerves, the sacrifices, and the courage it takes to stand on that stage. "You've already done the hard part," he said. "You showed up. You put your heart out there. That's something nobody can take away from you." For contestants who had spent weeks pushing themselves to the limit, those words carried weight. You could see it on their faces: relief, gratitude, and even tears. This wasn't just advice. It was validation. Gwen Stefani's emotional reaction. If there was one person deeply affected by Shelton's appearance, it was Gwen Stefani. As the video played, the camera caught her wiping away tears. Their relationship has always been a beloved part of The Voice, both on and off screen, and seeing Shelton return, even briefly, clearly struck a chord. When the video ended, Stefani took a moment before speaking. "That's why he's the best," she said softly. "He always knows exactly what to say." Her words echoed what many fans were thinking. Shelton's ability to connect, with contestants, coaches, and viewers, was something special. The coaches reflect. The rest of the panel also weighed in. John Legend praised Shelton's authenticity, noting how rare it is to find someone who can balance humor with genuine emotion. Other coaches nodded in agreement, acknowledging the legacy Shelton left behind. Even in his absence, his influence was undeniable. A shift in the episode's tone. What made this moment so surprising wasn't just Shelton's appearance, it was how it changed the entire tone of the episode. Instead of ending on a competitive note, the show concluded with a sense of unity and reflection. The focus shifted from who might win to what everyone had gained. It was a reminder that The Voice isn't just about finding a champion. It's about growth, connection, and the power of music. Behind the scenes, how it came together. According to sources close to the production, Shelton's appearance had been kept under wraps to preserve the surprise. Only a handful of people knew about the video, and even the coaches were left in the dark. The decision to include him came from a desire to honor the show's history while also giving contestants something meaningful. And it worked. Social media lit up almost instantly after the episode aired. Fans shared clips, reactions, and heartfelt messages about Shelton's return. Many described it as one of the most memorable endings in the show's history. Fans react. Viewers didn't hold back their emotions. Comments poured in from around the world, with fans expressing everything from shock to gratitude. "I didn't expect to cry tonight," one fan wrote. "But Blake Shelton got me again." Another added, "This is what's been missing. That heart, that authenticity." For longtime viewers, the moment felt like a reunion. For newer fans, it was an introduction to what made Shelton such a beloved figure on the show. The legacy of Blake Shelton. It's impossible to talk about The Voice without mentioning Blake Shelton's impact. As one of the original coaches, he helped shape the show into what it is today. His wins, his mentorship, and his personality all contributed to its success. But beyond the accolades, it's moments like this that define his legacy. He didn't need to return. He didn't need to say anything. Yet he chose to show up, if only through a screen, and remind everyone why they started this journey in the first place. A lesson for everyone. In many ways, Shelton's message extended beyond the contestants. It spoke to anyone who has ever taken a risk, chased a dream, or put themselves out there. Success isn't just about the outcome. It's about the courage to try. And sometimes, a few words from the right person can make all the difference. What this means for the future. Shelton's appearance has sparked speculation about whether he might return to the show in some capacity. While nothing has been confirmed, fans are already hoping this won't be the last time they see him on The Voice stage. Even if it is, tonight proved that his connection to the show remains strong. The perfect ending. As the credits rolled, there was a sense that something special had just happened. Not because of a shocking elimination or a record-breaking performance, but because of a simple, heartfelt message. Blake Shelton reminded everyone why they fell in love with The Voice in the first place. And in doing so, he helped create an ending that felt both surprising and perfectly fitting. Final thoughts. Television moments come and go, but some linger. They stay with you, replaying in your mind long after the screen goes dark. Tonight's episode of The Voice delivered one of those moments. It wasn't planned competition or dramatic twists that made it memorable. It was authenticity. Blake Shelton didn't just help end the episode, he elevated it. He brought heart, perspective, and a sense of closure that only he could provide. And for a show built on the power of voice, it was a reminder that sometimes, the most impactful moments come from simply speaking the truth. As fans continue to discuss and relive this unforgettable ending, one thing is clear: Blake Shelton may have stepped away from the spotlight, but his voice still echoes loudly where it matters most.